Ready for any challenge. Battery power by STIHL, only from your local STIHL dealer.
Righto, Tim. STIHL blowers, STIHL trimmers. And this STIHL battery pruner, only available from... Still learning. STIHL battery tools, STIHL only from STIHL dealers.
We're about to get underway. We're thrilled to be here, and of course, in the beautiful Cairns. Hope you guys have had a fantastic day so far. It's been heart-stopping action, and it's been very, very exciting. And of course, my name's Gaz Kempster. My boy Dan's down here as we're just working out a few little tweaks with, of course, the athletes that are going to be coming up and competing in the Australian Champion Trophy. Very exciting stuff. Now, of course, this is an international extreme sport. Very, very excited to have all you guys here and ready for a big day of action. We've got the top 12 athletes. We had 16 earlier. We've now eliminated 4 of those athletes, so we have 12 athletes on stage ready to go to be crowned the Australian Trophy Champion. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to show you the 4 disciplines about what's going to make up the course of competition today. So turn your attention to the screens and see what the Australian Champion Trophy is all about.
The best timber sports athletes are here to take on the grueling 4-discipline event in a test of stamina and strength.
Yeah, leading into the stock saw event, the most important thing to me is getting that saw in position, getting my feet in position, hands on that log and over the line. Then I'm just trying to breathe. Once the gun goes, I'm straight up onto the log looking for my line that I've got drawn on there, and then going through the log, you're really listening intently to that motor as to not bog it down or not let it scream too much. If you're bogging it down, you're too heavy, and if it's screaming, you're too light, so it's that perfect mix that you've got to try and find. I'm trying not to stay tense in my hands, try and keep my hands nice and light, and trying to really breathe, because sometimes you've held your breath, and that leads into the underhand that you're a little bit fatigued before you even get there.
Running across to the underhand, I'm looking at the axe, and I know that once I get on the underhand, I've got to stay loose and make sure those first 4 hits, they make the rest of the log. I'll be looking to go 9 hits in the front, then opening it strong in the back, and going for the 8-hit blows in the back, and a nice easy come off. More drivers you get in, more energy you're using up, and it starts to hit blows.
Yeah, so when you come off the underhand and over into the single buck, that's really when your body starts to fatigue. You know, you start to hurt a little bit, your arms get tired, get heavy. So you've really got to focus on your technique. You know, try and run the saw really smoothly, because if you have a jag up, that takes a lot out of you, and it's really hard to get going again. You know, so it's important to saw that off as smooth as you can and save as much energy as you can going to the stand block to finish off strong.
As you're don't know the stand look, you're sort of just looking at your axe. It actually hurts even to grab your axe because your arms are that tight and your body's that tight from doing the other disciplines. So I just try and think of getting my first 4 hits in the right spot, moving that big chip and then trying to move along. It's probably like nothing else you do in wood chopping because you do so many disciplines wood going into it. Sort of every muscle in your body's aching and tight and you're hurting and you're out of breath. And you've got to find a little bit extra in your body to dig deep. You just want to stop because you're just hurting so much, but yeah, you need drive, just keeps you going to win.
How about that, everybody? We ready to go? Let's rip in. We'd like to say a big g'day as well to everyone streaming around the world on mainland Europe. I haven't checked the temp. I imagine it's about -6 degrees. So if you want a holiday somewhere, come here to Cairns. It's a ripping day here today.
Sounds like Victoria when I looked this morning. All right, so what we'd like to do, we'd like to welcome our judges on stage. We're going to be officiating, of course, for this round of competition. So can we please get a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for our judges, Neil Richardson and Steve Lorenz from New South Wales. And from Victoria, we have Simon Holmes. Our video judges, of course, are going to be doing everything, getting all the competition to that 100th of a second. We've got Nathan Luang, Pearly Whites himself, Mr. Scotty Bennett, and of course officiating the scoring competition in the control centre. We've got from Brazil, Ricardo Camargo. So, and of course, Shane Maxi Maxwell holding the trophy so we can see it. Give a big round of applause.
Hold it up, Maxi.
Shane Maxi Maxwell.
Let them see it. This is what they're competing for. Our sports director, Shane Maxwell. We love Maxi. Rightio, let's bring up the athletes for the 2024 Australian Trophy. Are we ready to meet them, Cairns?
Let's give a big round of applause, please, everybody. Let's make some noise, Cairns, from Majors Creek, New South Wales. Make some noise for Curtis Bennett.
From Preston in Queensland, give it up. Debuting last year at the Australian Trophy, it's Brian Wagner.
From Sheffield, Tasmania, please make some noise for Cody Steers.
Out of Toongabbie in Victoria, one of the big personalities on the tour, Glenn Gillam.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, from Queensland, please make some noise for Brody Dingle.
Also out of Queensland, a chopperoo, one of the absolute greats from Blackbutt, Mitch Argent.
From Colo Valley, New South Wales, make some noise for David Rumer.
From Mundubbera in Queensland, give it up, it's Jake Dingle.
From Broadford, Victoria, please give a big round of applause to Braden Meyer. And from Tasmania, we didn't forget you there, make some noise for Dan Gurr.
I thought Braden Meyer's trimmed up a bit. Rightio, big bad Brad Delosa, the man who needs no introduction. We'll give him one anyway, one of the greats.
And our reigning defending champion from Victoria, make some noise for Lawrence O'Toole.
Another Timber Sports legend. Go well, Lawrence.
Alrighty, give a big round of applause, please, everyone. These are your STIHL Timbersport Australian Trophy champion contestants.
Big thanks to all our athletes and our officials. So this is it from the 16 now down to the 12. And from here we go to the top 8. We're just getting some official photographs taken, shooting some footage. That we're going to air on Channel 7 and 7 Mate.
Alrighty, so what we're going to do, guys, we're going to check out, look at the pairings for the first of last year's qualifying heats. We're looking for 4 more to join our 4 fastest athletes from the time trial in the quarterfinals. In Heat 1, in Heat 2, Heat 3 and Heat 4. Some great matchups, so let's not waste any more time and let's introduce our first 2 athletes onto stage. Please make some noise for Brody Dingle and Dan Gurr.
there, mate. Just lift the saw out for me.
Just getting set here. Brody Dingle and Dan Gurr. A couple of future champions of Australian timber sports. Very good in their own right now. Let's get some PBs for these lads. Brody PB, 1:17.17 on stand A. Stand B, Dan Gurr, PB 1:18.73. So very evenly matched, these two. So the top four here, we're going to get 8 competitors up. The top 4 will join the top 4 of the overall 12.
Warm up your saws.
Here we go.
Athletes ready?
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Dingle to the wood first. Gurr with a slight lead. He's gonna get to the underhand chop first. Two-stroke lead.
Watch
but
yourself.
here comes Dingle like a man possessed. He is flying through the block. He's gonna spin first. He's coming through really quickly. Dan Gurr hot on his heels. Dan, how's it looking from the side there?
It looks like they're fighting for their position in this competition, guys, leaving nothing out there. Back to the single buck. Dan Gurr gets his hand on the saw first, but both ripping in at exactly the same time.
It's so close.
This is elimination.
It is elimination. The winner's going to go through. I say Brody Dingle has taken the lead. Oh, it's so close. Dan Gurr might have it back.
Oh, the hanger. Oh, no.
It's all going to come down to this. Make some noise for them. Queensland versus Tasmania. Elimination, go home. Here we go, Dingle turn. They are going swing for swing, blow for blow. Both of the left-handers on the backside. Who's going to break through the wood first? Cairns!
The Queenslander, Brody Dingle gets it done. Well done to Dan Gurr, though. A rookie world champion, if you don't mind.
I'll tell you what, that was exciting stuff, and there's a lot more excitement to come. Don't go anywhere. Blink and you'll miss it sort of stuff here at the STIHL Timbersports. Okay, we're just going to make sure, that Brody's all the cuts were good, and then we'll be passed over to the winner.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's still hanging.
Judges there just inspecting Dan Gurr's single buck effort. Cookie was sort of dangling there. It's a question of is there enough wood remaining to rest the saw on. Steve Lorenz will let us know imminently.
The winner is Brody Dingle.
You can't be yelling at us on the stage.
Well done, Dan. Well done, Brody. Feels good, mate. How's the energy levels?
Yeah, that was good. Daniel put up a really good cut in his time trial, so I was quite worried because he's one of the fittest competitors here. Even though he's probably not one of the biggest, he's a really strong competitor, so just wanted to get through this one and you had to go for it.
All right, Brody, we won't muck around, mate. We'll let you get back there, let you get your breath, get your composure, because we are getting to the pointy end of the competition now, so that means Brody will go through in the top 4, I should say. There's 4 competitors waiting for him, guys, and the 4 best from this group of 8 will meet them. So this is a redemption round, if you will. We had 16, we lost 4, which left us with 12. And the positions 5 through 12, so the bottom 8 of that 12, they must compete against each other to earn the right to go into the next round. It's elimination from here on out. So forget the time trials. That was all a bit of fun to work out our top 12. Right now, the men on the stage are competing against each other. Only the winner goes through for the rest of the competition. While we've got a moment, if you wouldn't mind, Cairns Convention Centre, could we acknowledge our wonderful crew with a round of applause? The unsung heroes, couldn't do it without them. They do a spectacular job setting, resetting, making sure all of the safety protocols are being abided by. We're working with axes sharp enough to shave with. And it's as safe as it can possibly be, thanks to the legends up on stage.
Very exciting first heat. Brody Dingle made his way through, Dan. I'm excited to see the rest of the heats and who's going to be making it through to the next round of competition.
This is where it gets exciting, guys. Every competitor is fighting for their place in the competition against the man next to them. So the clock, we're just running that clock for personal best times. Maybe we'll see a world record. You know, that's the reason we're running the clock now.
Yeah.
It doesn't count in any sort of time trial sense.
It's win and go home type things. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise for our Heat 2 competitors. Please make some noise for David Rumer and Glenn Gillam.
Geez, doesn't Dave Rumer have a bit to live up to here? The Misso just won the whole competition.
Yep.
He's got to go home to an Australian champion.
I tell you what, I'd like. My opinion on this one, Glenn Gillam had a bit of a shaky qualifier, just got through. I don't think you're going to see a repeat performance of that. I reckon he's going to really come out here and give it his all.
He's got something to prove, you reckon?
Time will tell.
And then Dave,
30 seconds.
With Madison Curley.
Yep.
Also got to come home with some silverware.
Absolutely.
Two rippers of our sport. We love both these blokes. Wonderful characters they are, Dave and Glenn.
Tilt it back a bit for me.
We want to see them both do well, but there can be only one winner.
Warm up your saws. Athletes ready?
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
It's Glenn Gillam that gets to the underhand chop first. He's probably got one stroke on Dave Rumer, so these guys are neck and neck going into the second discipline. It is Rumer that turns first. Gillam probably with the more powerful strokes, but these guys have very, very similar techniques, and they're looking to put a lot of work in this backside before going through. It is Glenn Gillam that gets through his big, long left-handers. It all comes down, Dan, to the single buck.
He's Dave Rumer. There's a bit of difficulty here getting started, but it's all about those revs. Once you get it up, it's about having those beautiful, methodical strokes. It's all about momentum in the single buck. The misery with it's not so much misery as you can get it
coming back
over.
Beautifully here, though. He might even take the lead on the back here. This is going to be close.
Look at that.
Oh,
from
it's
Dave
all coming out
Rumer.
to this. Here we go.
Oh, they hit the
are
wood.
in unison. Both two very good choppers. It's going to come down to who's for the front. They are turning together. Make some noise for the cans. Who's going to make it through to the next heat? Is it Rumer on one? Gillum on two? Is it Rumer? It's Gillum!
Oh! Glenn Gillum makes a statement. Dave Rumer finishes the job.
Wow, that was
Now,
exciting.
Glennie actually lost his chainsaw over the side of the stage. We are competing on a smaller stage than we've ever been on, though, Gaz. So I wonder if there'll be...
Need to put a slipscore in it.
It could be a little bit of leeway, given this is the smaller stage we've been on. Normally, the chainsaw would have kind of slid and rested up on the edge of the stage there. So we'll see what the officials have to say about that. Glenn, there's a few still reps here if you need to buy yourself a new MS661C, if you've lost that one over there. Oh, no, there it is. We got it back, sir.
I always get nervous when the judges talk for more than 3 seconds.
I think they're deliberating on exactly what we're mentioning. Potential safety infringement, but smaller stage. The lads aren't used. Smaller stage, it's slippery. I'm with you, Glenn. That's exactly how Glenn would have done that many times, but the chainsaw would have come to a nice easy rest somewhere just behind him.
All
Let's
right,
find
over
out.
to our judges.
What's Steve
Hearts in our
Lorenz?
mouths.
Double D. Double D. Double D.
Double DQ, is that what you're trying to say, Steve? We muted you.
Yeah, we don't want to hear it.
We have a double DQ.
Ah.
David hasn't severed the block, and Glenn didn't place the saw. He slid it off the deck.
There you go. There's a warning for other athletes. Thanks, Steve.
It's going to be all right.
Thanks for your time, mate. All right,
There's always
gents.
a bit of drama at the STIHL Timbersports. So we'll have to see what that means in terms of with the competition. Sorry, boys.
How about that, huh? That'll put the other athletes on notice. Smaller stage, but if you don't place the saw, it goes off the edge. They take health and safety very seriously here at STIHL.
So this means now that the time will come into action in terms of the guys that maybe haven't gone through. If you have a double DQ, you have to have that extra person that's gone through. So exactly how we work through that, we'll have to wait and see.
Yep, we'll get the officials onto that. That's the first time I've seen that, a double DQ in a heat. We'll work out exactly how we do that moving forward. Suffice it to say, guys, as you mentioned, we will need an extra competitor. So it will be a back count based on time.
Alrighty, so we'll
He didn't place the
the
sorry.
judges' information, and obviously we'll talk to the guys in terms of what that means in terms of who goes through.
Well, we've got to figure out. How about that for commentator's curse? I literally just said the reason we're timing from here on out is just for personal best and for interest. No quicker had I said it than we have a double DQ. And those times will in fact become necessary to work out who goes through.
While we're waiting, obviously, for the next stage to be set up, we've got a stock saw tool video to show you guys through.
There was an
so
unsafe
check out the
placement
screen
of the saw.
to see
You
what
literally
the
threw
stock
it
saw is
onto
all
the deck.
about.
Okay.
You guys make the calls. I'm
Yeah.
backing you on it.
Okay.
But it's, yeah, what's the...
The STIHL MS661 CM stock saw is used in STIHL Timbersports.
Okay.
Designed for the toughest jobs in forestry, it produces approximately 7.3 horsepower, has a displacement of 91.1 cc, and weighs 7.4 kilograms. To ensure evenly and fairly matched saws, professional STIHL technicians prepare and test the saws before each competition. Why don't you grab yourself one? There's a few STIHL dealers here. How are we going, team? charge it. Building a wizard's stick out of Bundy rum cans, no doubt.
Squared up, look at them.
We love our still dealers. Hundreds of them nationwide. Go see your local one. Grab yourself an MS661C for all the big jobs at home.
Alrighty, so very exciting in terms of the next round of competition. We've got another Queenslander coming up, and it's a very experienced one of that, Australian Champion Trophy winner. And Chopperoo.
2 Queenslanders, in fact. Brian Wagner, hailing from Preston, Queenslanders. It's a Queenslander off.
Where's that?
Queensland.
We're in Queensland's Preston. Alright, so looks like we got...
Just got to keep running.
Alrighty, so just to update you guys, Glenn Gillam has put in an appeal for his disqualification for his saw going off the stage. So
a bit of a pause. Yeah, well, safety is paramount here at Stihl, but this is a smaller stage the guys have operated on. Normally,
I've given him a bit more though.
When Big Glenny goes through his motions,
I've given him about
that's
that
what
much
he
more.
does with the saw from time to time, but it would rest on the stage.
I'm biased, so I reckon let him go through.
I love Glenn. I want to see him go through, but you've got to counterbalance that with safety being a priority here at Stihl. And they're very serious. We've seen athletes before, guys, have their safety equipment on, but just not be wearing it correctly.
Yes.
So not have the goggles down, boom, that's a DQ.
Yep.
So I love Glenny, so I am biased towards letting him go through. So he is appealing that decision, as you can imagine. His point being shorter stage, wasn't intentional. Hasn't had time to adjust to the width of the stage. So we've got 5 minutes. It'll be 4 minutes now we'll be talking. So the judges will deliberate based on that. I think Glenny's gone to find a local lawyer, I think.
Yeah, and then so what will happen from there, once the official ruling is made, one of the judges will come onto the stage and give you the ruling, and you know, feel free to cheer or heckle based on the decision, based on how you feel about that.
Glenn will take it to the Supreme Court.
Yep.
We'll get it figured out around 9 p.m.
Yep, then the High Court.
It's like the castle.
Yeah.
Where's Bud Tingwell?
I think we started the Kangaroo Court. But yeah, so appeal is in process. Once we get a decision on that, the judges will give us the official decision from there, and then we will continue with competition. So stay tuned, guys. The results of that appeal coming up right after this.
Who's having fun? How good is it? Stihl Timbersports, this is what it's all about. We love when it gets to this phase of the competition, the elimination phase, where it's mono, e-mono up on stage, and you can see all the action unfold right in front of you. A couple of Queenslanders up next for you, so the boys will have an extra couple minutes to stretch. You can see them over here on the media wall and get their mind in the game.
Absolutely. Alrighty, how far into that 5-minute appeal are we, you reckon?
Mate, we've got to have 2 minutes left at most, I reckon.
Do we get? I wonder if we get a drum roll for the decision. It's going to be very exciting stuff, but you'd love to see him come through. He obviously had a good win there. It was an improvement from that first heat where he sort of, had to trip up on the stage and then had a few hang-ups with the single buck. That was a lot, obviously, more of a clean one. You'd love to see him just continue to progress, and who knows how far he can go in the competition. We'll have to wait and see.
Hopefully it's polite, respectful, cordial discussion going on backstage. If I hear a chainsaw start, I'll be worried for the health and safety of the officials.
Chainsaws and axes being sharpened is what we don't want.
Leave them out of the negotiation, please, gents. Surely we're only a minute away, I'd say, from that 5-minute window.
All right, but it's very exciting. So, yeah, we'll get that appeal, and then, of course, we'll get our next competitors. And so just looking at the PBs for the next two guys, Mitch Argent holds a PB of 58.14. Which is very fast. His most recent time was 128, so he did come back from knee surgery, so a little bit outside.
Yeah, last year he did a 128. I think up on stage just before he did a 118. So, but his PB for overall is 58. Unbelievable.
I don't think anyone will be getting around that sub 60 mark, but I'd love to be proven wrong.
Surely that's European wood, that 58 seconds.
Yeah,
that's overseas, I imagine.
Everyone in and around that 125 mark. So But as we sort of said, the times don't matter too much in terms of it's the winner goes through. But now...
Unless you get a double DQ.
Yeah. Yeah, we have come on.
Commentator's curse. As soon as we say the times don't matter, the STIHL Timbersports guys go, well, I'm going to make them matter.
I believe you said that.
Yep.
Yep. I just want
Sounds
to
like something I do.
want to go on record as saying that one. All right, so
surely that's the 5-minute window elapsed.
But unfortunately, as we've sort of said...
Jamie Head, everybody, just sneaking out. A world champion from last year, if you don't mind. Helping out Katrina Head. Heroing her on her journey. What are you thinking, Glennie? How are your negotiations going? Haven't needed a chainsaw at this stage. Everyone's behaving themselves. Glenn's defence, his legal defence, he's just told me is they said you're not allowed to throw. He goes, I didn't throw, I slid.
Yeah.
Don't know how that's going to hold up in court.
Yeah.
We're about to find out.
Lucky we're not lawyers. Right, we're getting everything obviously set up for the next heat as well, and then once we do know, so we might get a microphone ready. So yeah, of course we'll wait for the judges to come out. Once we have the judges come out, we'll give them the mic. They've got their own.
Hey, can we get a round of applause for Jamie Head up on stage as well? One of the greats of timber sports, world champion last year.
We'll find him for a chat later. He's been ducking me all day, but I'll get him.
He's basically hung up the axe, hasn't he? He loves doing the backstage stuff. Still involved in timber sports, but one of the all-time greats. That's what I was worried about. The chainsaw backstage. All right, just evening out the wood. Don't slide it, just put it down. Had enough trouble today. Big charge it there, just heading over and just requesting the wood to be reset. I think is what's happened there. It's going to be Mitch up against Brian Wagner. A couple of Queenslanders here. Unfortunately, we're going to lose a Queenslander. One is going to eliminate the other. Oh, Steve Lorenz. You got a mic, Steve, or have we still got you muted?
We've made a view of the video and we claim it is unsafe placement of the saw being pushed off the deck.
He's just doing his job. He's just doing his job. Thank you, Steve. We appreciate it. Safety's paramount here at STIHL, and we love Glenn Gillen, but the officials have got to do their thing. They've got to keep everyone safe. And
all right, let's get the next athletes on the stage and get the competition going. Please make some noise. Queensland's own Mitch Argent and Brian Wagner.
Nice try, Glennie. I see him poking his head out there. He's going to go over beer. He's fine.
Guys, just measuring everything up. This is going to be a fast one. I expect to see a really, really good time by Mitch Argent. He's been under the big bright lights before. He's won it for the Chopperoos in the standing block. If you ever want to watch a great video, we might even see if we can dig it up later, is the Chopperoos and Mitch Argent literally barreling us to win on, I think it was a 6 chop back end. Maybe, I think might even been 4.
Yeah,
and he literally
4 on the backside.
Yeah, 4 on the backside. And came from 3 hits back to beat the Kiwis as well, which was a great one. Beat New Zealand to win the World Championship for the Chopperoos against the Kiwis. So, expect to see some fast times, expect to see some exciting cutting, and of course, the MS661 is going to be in work here. Over to the judges, let's get this heat underway.
Warm up your saws.
Athletes ready?
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All neck and neck going into it here. This is Mitch Argent. It's definitely his specialty, is with axe in hand. Wagner's just got to do what he can to stay in with him. Mitch Argent turns first. Beautiful technique there. Coming back from a surgically repaired knee. He's not showing any signs of that and not showing signs of slowing down. Looking good hit down. How's it looking from the side there?
Mitch Argent is keen to make a mark on this competition. Not happy with not being in the top 4. He wants to rocket his way in there, and he's doing just that. There was a slight jag there on the misery whip. He actually bent the floor.
Tell you what, Brian Wagner is not letting this thing go without a fight. He's still in this thing. A little bit of a hang up from Mitch there, but it's coming down to the single block. You have to be in front of Mitch Argent going to the standing block. There is no one in the world that's going to usually catch him from here. Brian Wagner with all the work to do. Can he make it back? The left-hander, Mitch Argent, he's going to look to put in probably 4 to 6 in the back. Here we go. There's 4. There's 5. That's all it takes, ladies and gentlemen.
A minute
Very
12
good time.
to Mitch. Brian Wagner with a minute 19. Well done, Brian.
Now Brian Wagner's time may come into consideration with that double DQ. So just keep that in mind. That might get him through. I don't exactly know what the protocol is with that, with double DQ. We'll find out soon enough.
I think you bang on, guys. We are going to need to put another athlete through.
Got a good cut on stand B. Unfortunately, Mitch's earmuffs and glasses crossed over the centre line, so it's a DQ.
Oh, can you believe it? Sorry to hear that, Mitch. Brian, might just grab you for a sec, mate.
Sorry, Mitch.
Coming back up here.
What was that?
Jeez, you got a feel for Mitch there, mate, but well done to you. Hell of a time.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, really, considering I keep getting faster, especially on last year's effort.
Yeah, well, that's the way to be going. Wood today, quite good. Any difficulties you've noticed? Come across any knots at all?
No, the wood's been beautiful. Can't complain with the wood at all, what I've had, so just it's good job by all.
All right, Brian, you made it through, mate. Give it up for Brian Wagner, everybody. That is still Timber Sports. It happens, guys. We were mentioning it. The safety protocols have to be perfectly abided by. Still very big on safety.
Wow, that was unexpected, and obviously the pro-Queensland crowd never likes to see a Queenslander go, but another Queenslander through, so...
That's it. One was always going to knock out the other, but Brian Wagner, Queenslander through.
All right, so the guys just getting
how painful for Mitch.
So these guys obviously going through, the other guys have automatically made it through. So we know that Brody Dingle is going to be making it through. We know that Brian Wagner's going to be making it through.
And not going through, absolutely guaranteed. Dave Bremer, Glenn Gillum, Mitch Argent with a DQ.
Yes.
So Dan Guerra could still be going through.
Yes, with time. Interesting. And these guys here, even if they don't win the heat, they might go through on time.
Wild. Wild scenes in Cairns. That's why we come here. Wild joint. Loving it.
Still Timber Sports, never without controversy.
Imagine if we end up with 2 more DQs here. Ugh. What are we going to do?
I have an aneurysm. Are they low or are you just being cautious? working through things here pretty quickly. We've got our final heat before we get into the final. Very exciting stuff. Who is going to make it through? Of course, we'll be showing that on the live leaderboard after this heat. So stay tuned, guys. Don't go anywhere because Stihl Timbersport action is coming up very, very soon.
All right, so last heat here to determine the 4 athletes that are going to meet our top 4. That'll bring us to a final 8, perfect for a round robin. Alrighty, so we're getting the last little bits in place, ready to rock and roll for this final heat before we get the final underway. Very, very exciting stuff. Got Jake Dingle and Curtis Bennett coming up. PBs are 115 for Jake Dingle, which is very, very solid, and 125 for Curtis, which is also not too bad. Gonna need to shave probably a good 10 seconds off that. Any chance, I reckon, to make it through the next round. Alrighty, final few minutes here.
while we're getting these last few things in place, check out the screens. We've got a little bit of STIHL information for you. Have a look at the screens to the stage right-hand side.
Righto, Tim. STIHL battery tools. STIHL expert advice. And service. Only available from
a STIHL store.
STIHL tools, support and advice. STIHL only from STIHL dealers.
Big shout out to our dealers again who are here from all across the country. We've got Dean from DC Traders up on stage as well from Warragul, and Vic always flies around and helps out the crew. A lot of passion involved in STIHL and STIHL Timbersports. Make sure you see those dealers if you want to grab yourself maybe you want to get an MS661 C chainsaw or the blower vacs that you've seen on stage there, the mulchers, amazing piece of equipment. Rightio, time for the final heat here to determine our top four that's going to complete the trophy competition. We've got Jake Dingle and Curtis Bennett.
Give a big round of applause, please, kids!
State of origin again, Curtis from New South Wales, Jake from Queensland. Getting those single bucks set, guys.
Good going.
Head in the game, we've had 3 DQs so far.
Yeah.
And there's only 8 athletes here. We've got to take 4 of them through.
Unheard of.
So there's only 5 left to choose from.
It's just important,
including these 2.
These guys winning the heat, but also just making sure you don't DQ, because even if you don't win the heat and you put in a decent time, you can actually be going through just for buyer time. So
yes, sir.
Very, very exciting stuff. A little bit more tactical have to go into this one. Over to the judges for this final heat.
Warm up the saws. Athletes ready?
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Send it to the wood first. Oh, their cookies drop neck and neck.
PB's here. Jake Dingle's PB 115. Curtis Bennett 125. Jake cut a 124 last year. Look at the effort going in here. Jake Dingle pushing through, putting in the drivers. Curtis Bennett not far behind him. Jake gets probably 1, maybe 2 cuts ahead on the single buck. Very similar styles here, similar pacing, just on the offbeat from each other. Can Curtis make up the time? He's 1 cut behind Jake Dingle.
Curtis is coming back here. This is going to be really close. Oh, a bit of a hang up.
There it is. Onto the standing block chop.
1 stroke ahead of him here, but Curtis Bennett is a powerful standing block chopper. Here it comes, guys. They're going swing for swing. They turn together. Who's going to make it through?
8 in the front from Jake Dingle. How
Oh,
many in
he's
the
going to
back?
go through! Nice work by both the guys. Good times. Exciting, exciting stuff.
Handshake in the middle there. Queenslander goes through.
Right.
If
blade
the cuts are good.
Yeah.
Because there's been a lot of that going on.
Yeah. Alrighty, we're going to hand it over to our judges for this official decision. Over to Steve Lorenz for the official decision.
Winner is Jake Dingle.
Good job there, mate. I'll have a quick chat with you. I'll give you a microphone. Mate, that was cracking, Jake. That was exciting. How did it feel in the competition?
Yeah, probably soared a lot better in that round, I think. Yeah, just probably could have cut the underhand a little bit quicker. Still a good cut, but yeah, we've got to try and back up against these fellas that have had a bye round, so that's going to be tough, but we'll see how we go.
Well, let's get you off stage, man. Let's get you rested. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise
Jake.
for Jake Dingle.
Now, Curtis Bennett may still go through, depending on Dan Gurr's time.
Yes, correct. So, well, yeah, one of the guys, either Dan Gurr or Curtis Bennett, we think will go through based on their times.
I guess. I've never seen a double DQ in a round before.
I'll tell you what, there was something really lucky there. I noticed Curtis Bennett's glasses went off, but then when he was cutting, they knocked the glasses away, they went back. So, luckily, I think everything's got through. So we'll have to wait to see what the judges obviously say with who exactly is the final competitor going through to our final 8.
Well, it's got to be Curtis or Dan Gurr, given they weren't disqualified. So that'll be based on time, you think?
Do you remember their times?
Well, Curtis's just then was 121, was it?
Yep.
Oh, which, by the way, I think is a PB for him.
Nice work.
Yeah.
You got to be doing that to be progressing in the competition. We'll find out very soon. I think what the guys will do is that it'll come up on the screen once it's ready. Who is making it through to our final?
And then we'll have our top 8, and it's game on. Elimination style, top 8 competing to work out who is the trophy champion.
Absolutely. And while we're waiting for that, guys, we might show you a little bit of the history of STIHL Timbersports. So check out the screen to see the STIHL Timbersports history.
Video.
Logging has been practiced for thousands of years across many countries and cultures. Today, no one is quite sure how logging as a sport was born. According to one version, its origins date back to 1870 in Ulverstone, Tasmania, the result of a $50 bet between 2 lumberjacks keen to pitch themselves against each other in chopping trees. So the sport's roots go back to when logging was all about manual labour. The world's first documented logger sports championship took place in 1891 in Latrobe in Tasmania. The parallels between then and now are unmistakable. The competitors use similar tools, and the techniques across many disciplines remain the same, like the underhand chop, the standing block chop, and the single buck.
Tasmania, huh?
The history is pretty exciting stuff.
Tasmania, the home of wood chopping competitions.
All right, so we're going to have up on the screen in a couple of minutes' time, so make sure you guys just keep your eyes peeled for that. We'll have the 8 competitors that are going through to our final, and we'll announce them very, very soon. You know the 6 that we've got, so which is exciting. So it'll basically just be so we know Brody Dingle's going through. We know that
Dave Rumer,
Jake Dingle's going through, and then
Dave Rumer's also in. Will it be Dan Gurr or Curtis Bennett?
Yes.
That's the question.
Yeah.
Curtis cutting a very competitive time, cutting a PB for himself at 121. Rightio, guys. We've got some news. This is exciting. We've had to go and check the official rule book, and we've come up with something very interesting regarding the disqualifications we've had.
There's just never not controversy with Timbersports. There has been a resurrection. He's come from the ashes. Glenn Gillam is back in the competition.
So the official rule is that if there's a double DQ in a heat, it doesn't go based on the overall time. It only goes based on the stock saw time from that heat. Dave had a faster overall time, Dave Rumer. But his stock saw time was 9.34 seconds. Glenn's was 8.56. Glenn is back in.
So there you go. So Glenn Gillam back in the competition. All right. So we'll be back very, very soon and with the next round of competition. Stay tuned.
Can't keep a good man down, can you? Or a bad man in Glenn's case.
The resurrection.
We love Glenn Gillam. We love them all, but he's a real character of STIHL Timbersports.
It's going to be from now on, it's just going to be the Glenn Gillam revenge rounds. He's coming for everyone.
So it's going to be Brody Dingle, Glenn Gillam, Brian Wagner, because Mitch DQ'd, and Jake Dingle.
Yep.
That's 4 joining our top 4 from before. I've said 4 too many times and confused myself.
Okay. Do we?
There you go, up on the big screen, team. 4 quarterfinals, 2 semi-finals, a small final to determine 3rd place, and a grand final to determine the winner of the Australian Trophy 2024 in the men's competition.
Hey Dan, I think it's that time. It's time to get the guys on stage. Let's make some noise, ladies and gentlemen, for our first competitors. Here we go. Make some noise from Braden Meyer from Victoria and from Queensland, Brody Dingle.
Another Queenslander in the house, team. Brody on stand B. Got his confidence up, doing well, but he's come up against the legend of Timbersports in Braden Meyer. A chopperoo. He's done it all, Braden.
There's axes, there's saws, there's single bucks, there's everything here. It's all exciting. It really is an endurance event, this one. Who's going to win is anyone's guess. It's going to be exciting.
Well, we've seen those dreaded DQs getting racked up today as well, guys. They can just come out of anywhere. Elimination time. First quarter final. Warm up your saw. Athlete ready?
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
The guys are neck and neck here. Braden with that incredible woodpecker speed turn. They're out turning together though. Brody Dingle is holding with him. It's going to be really close as they go into the single buck. They are neck and neck. Here we go. Let's make some noise for them, Cairns.
Braden Meyer getting a beautiful start on the misery whip, getting it going nicely. Brody Dingle had a little bit of trouble, but he's up and running now. All about those smooth strokes, get that momentum going. You do not want the dreaded hang-up as Braden Meyer approaches the end of the cut. There it goes. Brody Dingle just behind him. He's away. Braden, 3 strikes ahead.
3 ahead of him. Here we go. It's all going to come down to how much they put in the front. It looks like Braden Meyer's got to leave Brody Dingle with all the work to do. Who's going to take it out, the Victorian or the Queenslander? It's Meyer on 1, Dingle on 2. Meyer takes it on 1.
Get behind Brody. Bring him home. There he goes.
Fast time, 1:08. Fastest time of the day, I believe.
Braden Meyer turning on the afterburners there. Well done to the Queenslander, Brody Dingle too. Wonderful time there of 1:14. Just outside of his PB, which is currently 1:12.
All right, so the judges are just looking to make sure that all the cuts are good. We'll get the athletes to the front of the stage and we'll hand it over to our judge, Steve Loren, for this official first heat decision.
Winner is Braden Meyer.
There we go. I'll keep this short and sharp because I know you've got a bit of competition to go. Hey, that was fantastic. I really feel like you stepped it up at the single buck there.
Oh, I had to push a little bit. Brody was on my tail pretty hard, and you never can out of Dingle and wood chopping. They're pretty hard competitors, and it's a credit.
Yeah, the nice and consistent. I feel like you got a bit more in the tank to cut a few more seconds off next round of competition.
Yeah, well, you've got to have to, whoever gets through these rounds, it's going to be a tough race either way, so, yeah, give it to it.
Mate, we're looking forward to seeing the next round of competition. Ladies and gentlemen, through to the next round. Make some noise for Braden Meyer. So, Dan, things are getting really interesting after that first heat. What did you make of that?
Yeah, Braden Meyer just really looking to stamp his arrival on this competition. Just unbelievable pace on the underhand chop. I noticed he was putting the axe so deep in, he was struggling to retrieve it at certain stages. But you will get that with the soft wood, as we've discussed.
Yes. You are? Okay, so very exciting stuff. We've got the 2 Victorians coming in next, the literal phoenix, risen from the ashes, Glenn Gillam, and the defending champion, Lawrence O'Toole, coming up very, very soon. Cairns, it's about to get very exciting. These guys have PB times in and around the 1 minute, so blink and you'll miss it type action. Coming up in the STIHL Timbersports Australian Trophy, coming up very, very soon. Dan, how do we think the next round's going to go?
Well, Lawrence O'Toole did 1:04 last year. We've seen those times come in, sometimes by 10 seconds, guys. In fact, there was a PB earlier. One of Dave Brunner took 22 seconds off his time. So Lawrence could go sub 1 minute here. If he turns on the afterburners and he wants to get it done. So Glenn Gillam is going to have to do what he does best and survive.
Yeah, it's been a roller coaster for you today, mate.
It has. He fell over on the way up on the first heat. Lawrence O'Toole looking to go back to back. The champion from last year in Adelaide.
So we're just getting the stage, just the final stages cleaned up here as we get into this second round of competition. The 2 Victorians are going to slog it out, both also chopperoos as well. So they're used to being under the bright lights there. They're used to having the pressure on, and they're used to the big excitement of the STIHL stage.
Where they revel in it. This guys have been on the world stage previously. Lawrence O'Toole, particularly, has won it all.
Yep. Very
Repeatedly.
exciting. Dave, just getting the, you know, it's always the final stages when the STIHL logo gets put on the front of the wood.
No man cave is complete without a STIHL branded cookie.
All right,
Righto,
ladies
go
and
for it,
gentlemen,
guys.
let's give a big round of applause, make some noise for the two Victorians, the defending champion Lawrence O'Toole, and rising from the ashes, Glenn Gillam!
Glenn the Phoenix Gillam. Lawrence O'Toole is looking to incinerate the Phoenix once and for all. Will he be able to do it? The defending champ.
He's looked very solid all day, just cruise mode thus far.
8-time team world champion with the Chopperoos is Lawrence O'Toole.
30 seconds.
But Glenn Gillam just will not quit today.
No.
Get behind him, team. It's not tennis. There's no quiet, please. Get rowdy.
Yep.
Here we go. Going to hand it over to the judges to get this second heat underway.
Warm up your saws. Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Gillam gets forward first.
Oh! Simultaneous finish. Watch that saw, Glenn. Jesus.
The neck and neck here. It's going to be nice and close. Who's going to turn first? It's Gillam that turns first, but they are dead on each other's hammer. This is going to be so close. It's definitely going to come down to the single buck. O'Toole on one, Gillam on two. It's O'Toole that gets through. Glenn Gillam is working through on the springboard here. Lawrence O'Toole's got probably a 3-stroke advantage on him. Glenn Gillam taking the big ones. He's going to have to work hard here. Any chance to catch Lawrence here? Those hang-ups cost you, don't they, Dan? It's going to be very, very, very slow day in the office.
Lawrence O'Toole doing what he does best. Here we go. Onto the standing block chop. 3 hits. 4. Glenn Gillam working his way through the single buck. 8 hits in there for Lawrence. He strolls round. Let's see how many in the back. Count them up.
Just
1.
trying to conserve energy. They know it's a
2.
real combat competition.
3. 4. 5.
There it is. Give him a round of applause, Lawrence O'Toole.
Let's bring Glenn home. The Phoenix. Never say never. Oh, 4 in the front. The confidence on him.
He's going to have to turn the motor on that axe.
3, 4, 6. There we go. 7.
The whole block off. Good job.
I got to say, 4 in the front, 7 in the back. That is an impressive cut from Glenn Gillam. Well done to Lawrence O'Toole. Minute 21 there in second gear.
Okay, we're just going to make sure that obviously Lawrence's cut's good, and then he will be making it through to the next round.
Winner is Lawrence O'Toole.
Thank you, Steve Lorenz. He had one eye on Glenn Gillam's chainsaw, precariously balanced over there on the side of the stage. Well done, Lawrence. That was nice, mate. Beautiful work.
Yeah, it's good fun out there.
Feeling confident?
Oh, you got to back yourself a little bit, but I'm sort of doing a few little things, not all the best, but only got to do one good round at the right time.
What are you looking to tighten up?
I need to cut a bit better underhand, sort of getting stuck on it a bit.
Axe, is that the softwood? Axe is sticking a bit?
It's soft and kind of a bit slow.
He's very critical of himself. That's why he's one of the greatest you'll ever see. Lawrence O'Toole. What a lineage of wood choppers he is. He's won it all. He won it last year. He wants to go back to back. The Phoenix has finally been defeated. We love Glenn Gillam. He nearly threw his bloody saw away again.
Yeah, I know. I think the whole crowd there was watching that one just thinking, oh no, not again. Right,
So we say farewell to Glenn Gillam, one of our favourites, a big character on tour. Lawrence O'Toole cruised through.
So,
speaking of these axes, Gaz, eyes up on the big screen. Let's learn a little bit more about them.
The axes used in STIHL TIMBERSPORTS definitely can't be bought at a hardware store. Made from special steel, the blades vary in width from 19 to 21 centimetres wide and weigh between 2.5 to 3.5 kilograms. Each axe is hand sharpened with a bevel angle of 13 to 16 degrees and are so sharp you can shave them. Top athletes bring up to 8 axes to a competition, each one slightly different to account for any variances in the wood.
Thank you, Dan. Appreciate that.
okay, exciting stuff. So we've got 2 heats to go. We've got Brad DeLosa, the former champion, and Brian Wagner, who obviously made it through with everything that went on in the last one. And then
2 quarterfinals, no less, guys.
Yeah,
This is it.
And then Cody Steers, Jake Dingle going through, and then we're down to 4. So we're going to be creating a winner very, very soon.
That's it. Semi-finals after this, guys, and then we'll have a small final to determine third place.
Yep.
The bronze medal match. And then the grand final. Will it be Lawrence O'Toole again? Will it be Brad DeLosa?
Time will tell.
Will Glenn Gillam somehow re-enter the competition? You'd never know.
We're wearing a luchador mask. Just comes out. Heel character. All right. We're going to have coming out in a few minutes' time. We've got a few of the cookies, which will have the STIHL branding on them. So we'll give those away to anyone that wants to maybe chuck them in their tool shed for home.
Yeah, the man cave, the woman cave, whatever variety of cave you're running.
We've got to give away. I think we might have. Do we have some flags to give away today? We've already given them away.
Flags are out there. Put your flags up, team.
Anyone got a flag? Wave it.
That's the way.
Today's presentation, of course, is going to be on Channel 7, mate. We'll get you the exact timing on when that's going to be on. So wave the flags, guys.
Check those
you will
local
be
guides.
on TV. If you're on a date, you're not supposed to be here with that date. This could be the time to hide your face.
We mentioned earlier, if you're in the witness protection program, just cover your face with the
Parole
flag.
officer, any of those sort of things, hide your face now.
We know a lot of people in Cairns are escaping something.
There we go.
You either go to Cairns or Darwin.
All right, here come the cookies we've got. Oh, that's a good lift there.
Here we go.
And he's got his safety boots on. It's good to see. We've got 6 cookies here, guys. If you'd like to grab a cookie, come up to the front and see our wonderful... Oh, jeepers.
Slowly but surely, team. We've got a few more, don't worry. We'll get a heap of them out there. It's a hell of a coaster.
Yeah. Sounds good. Alrighty. Looks like we're ready to rock and roll. Let's get these guys on stage. Cairns, can I please get a big round of applause for our next 2 athletes, Brad DeLosa and Brian Wagner! DeLosa on 1, Wagner on 2.
$30 seconds. There it is. Comfortable. Good there. Warm up your saws. Athletes ready?
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, they're neck and neck here, going into the underhand chop. Delosa on one, Wagner on two. They go and swing for swing here. Wagner turns first. This could be a big upset if he can get through, but he's going to have to get through the single butt, which of course is Brad Delosa's specialty. They're going to look to get the drivers in now. It's Delosa that takes a slight lead going into the single butt. Here comes his specialty. He knows this thing like the back of his hand. He's a craftsman when it comes to the single butt. Wagner is still in it. Let's make some noise for them, please, Kaz. Come on! Delosa with probably about a 5-6 stroke lead. He's going to look to really put the afterburners on now. This is a silky smooth performance by the veteran. He's going to look to put probably 8 hits in the front and then swing it over the back, get those drivers through. Wagner with a lot of work to do if he's going to catch this one. Delosa turns down. Wagner is on the standing block with him. Looking at the times here. Wagner turns. Wagner's going for it, but Delosa comes through with the goods. Delosa with the unofficial time, 1:14.87. Nice work there by Brian Wagner. Fantastic. 1:24.41 unofficial time. All right. The judges are just going to look to officiate, hand it over to them for the official word. Over to Steve Lorenz for the official decision.
Winner is Brad Delosa.
I'll keep it quick. I know it's a long competition. You can take that. The fantastic stuff. Nice consistent run there. Everything seemed to sort of come together. How do you feel the run went?
Yeah, not too bad. Wasn't, probably the fastest run, but did what had to get through.
Yeah, I can sort of see it looking at the eye. You sort of had things under control, and then you maybe put it into cruise control for the obviously the standing block. Conserve some energy for the later rounds.
Yeah. Next round will be pretty tough. So gotta try and look after yourself when you can when you get to my age.
Well, he's just turned 22, so congratulations. Make some noise for Brad Delosa, everybody. He's through to the next round of competition.
Righto, so one more quarterfinal, Gaz.
Yep.
Cody and Jake.
Tasmania v Queensland. That's not very state of origin, is it?
No.
Although Tassie's going to have a team in a few years when they get the money to build the stadium down there.
Oh yeah, in what, the next 2 decades?
Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so we
just sent Hawthorn down there, didn't you? Relegate them.
We already do. We play down there. Now, of course, we're going to have, once we get through this one, just make sure I'm saying this right. So of course, in the next round of competition, we have Braden Meyer, Lawrence O'Toole, Brad Delosa, all the big guns going through there. And then one of these guys, obviously Steers or Dingle, will make it through. So then we'll be down to 4. And then, of course, those
two semis. And then a small final, grand final.
Fantastic stuff.
And that's it. And that's all she wrote.
Okay.
So what do we got? 5 more.
5 more to go.
5 more mono competitions. Brad Delosa second last year, he was. Went up against Lawrence O'Toole.
What was Brad's time in that last one? I was just sort of looking at his time last year was 1:23. I feel like he was thereabouts again.
Yeah.
I feel like he will shave another 3 seconds off that. Lawrence O'Toole was just really good there. Lawrence O'Toole is going to be the man to beat.
He's got a bit of gas left in the tank too, because he just put it back into second gear against Glenn when he knew he had it in the bag, when he made it to the standing block chop, and Glenn was still there on the single buck. The Phoenix extinguished.
Yeah.
For now.
For now.
He'll be 3 beers deep, won't he?
Absolutely. Alrighty, so looks like we're ready to rock and roll. Just going to wait for the all clear. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise for our final competitors in this heat. From Tasmania, Cody Steers, and from Queensland, Jake Dingle.
Jake Dingle from a big lumberjacking family. Cody Steers just looks like a lumberjack. Flaming beard, serious look. You missed the competition last year. We're going to take you back there in a sec after this.
30 seconds.
After this quarterfinal, we'll look at the highlights from Glen Elg in South Australia, where Lawrence O'Toole took it out. Let's see who our next top 4 competitor is to join Brad Delosa, Lawrence O'Toole and Braden Meyer. Will it be Cody Steers or will it be the Queenslander, Jake Dingle?
Warm up your saws. Athletes ready?
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, they're neck and neck here. It Steers that turns first. Oh, he's fallen off, but he's back on the horse, literally. Putting in a lot of work here. They're going to look to crack through that wood.
There he goes.
There it is.
Okay to step off the wood like that, Gaz, as long as both feet are planted when you swing the axe.
Absolutely. All right, Dingle with a little bit of work to do. He's probably got 2 strokes to catch up on, but he is quite good on the single buck, and he's coming into his own now. This is going to be really good here. Make some noise for the guys here. They put it on a show.
It is neck and neck on the misery whip. Who's cooking in a fall first? It's Cody Steers.
Cody Steers is cutting like a man possessed. All right, Jake Dingle with a lot of work to do here. Cody putting a lot of work in that front side. He's going to make sure of it. And he's coming through onto the back. I think he's only going to need 4 in this one. It's looking like a shaky log. Here we go. Bang!
Boom. The Tasmanian.
Nice work there by Jake Dingle.
Cody Steers.
Cody Steers
very happy with himself, getting through to a semi-final. Potential podium finish for him here. Well done to Jake Dingle too. Just outside of his PB. Same as Cody Steers. Both of them pushing about 4 seconds outside of their PB.
All right, athletes to the front of the stage, and we'll hand it over to our judge, Steve Lorenz, for the official decision in this final heat before we get into the real deep section of the finals. Steve Lorenz, over to you.
Winner is Cody Steers.
There you go. Here we go. Cody Steers through to the semi-final. We say goodbye to Jake Dingle. Give him a round of applause. On you, Jake. Good man. Cody, when you're ready, I might grab you up the front of the stage and see how that feels, sir. Down to 4 competitors. This close to a podium finish. Could take the whole thing out. How you feeling, Cody? How's the body, mate?
Oh yeah, not too bad, I suppose. Probably feeling a little bit better than the first run, so that's a positive, I suppose.
What's the head noise like? What are you telling yourself upstairs now, heading into the semi-final?
Yeah, probably a bit of trouble with my underhand there. I wasn't really balanced, so might be a little bit too top heavy. I don't know.
Getting any of the axes sticking in the wood at all because of the other soft wood?
No, probably not. Probably just me. The way I'm hitting, I was probably trying to go a little bit too quick, and yeah, Jake's a strong competitor, and I knew it was a pretty tough race to start with, so yeah, just happy to sneak away in front of him and yeah, see what the next round has to offer.
Good on you, Cody. Give it up. Cody Steers, one of the top 4. 3 spots on that podium. Will he be one of them? He's coming up against some tough competition.
It's
Gaz Kempster.
It's very, it's heating up. It's probably the only way to really describe it.
Righto, Gaz, let's take it back a year.
Yep.
Let's have a look what we got up to in Glenelg, South Australia at the 2023 trophy.
In sunny Radelaide. There you see Lawrence O'Toole taking out last year's crown. Can he do it again? We're going to find out very, very soon. We are now down to the quarterfinals. Very exciting stuff. Who's going to make it through? In a couple of minutes' time, we're going to get the first competitors through to the grand final. The 2 Victorians are going to battle it out first. Of course, Maya and O'Toole. So, mirror that. Just getting the stage all cleaned up. Very good. This is going to be a really, really fast race. Could possibly be the fastest race of the day, including obviously the grand final. We have Maya and O'Toole, the two Victorians battling it out.
This is a biggie. Jeez, this could go either way.
I'll tell you what, the amount of times that O'Toole's gone up against Maya in all forms of the various still timber sports competition is crazy.
And the amount of times they've been teammates in the Chopperoos as well. There we go. So up on the big screen, you can see the fixture there. Maya O'Toole, then on the other side, Delosa Steers. Then we'll have our small final and our grand final. And that'll work out our podium.
My mate Sam. Alrighty, the stage is nearly clear and we are nearly set to get this next final underway. The winner of this is going to go through to our grand final and be one step closer to being crowned the STIHL Timbersports Australian Trophy Champion for 2024. Will it be Delosa? Will it be O'Toole? Will it be Maya? We're going to have to wait and find out. We don't have to wait very long because, ladies and gentlemen, it's nearly time to get this show under road, so don't go anywhere. Grab your seats, hold on to them tight, because STIHL Timbersports is going to be ready to rock and roll in about 1 minute's time.
One step closer here means one step away. A win is into the grand final. Braden Meyer up against Lawrence O'Toole. Personal best hovering around the same level. Braden Meyer's personal best 103, Lawrence's 102. Lawrence cut a 104 last year. And Braden cut a 121 last year, best time. So Braden will be looking to improve that, get closer to that PB.
We're just waiting on the saws to come out. That's not the sauce, that's the saws.
So the MS661C steel chainsaws. Go see a dealer.
If you want to get one of those, where can you go?
Well, put your hand up. Ladies and gents, where are our dealers? There they are. Gee, they're diminishing through the day. A few of them asleep, are they?
There we go. Who's going to give the best prices? The tallest one there.
There's specials going on over here, yep. Just so you know, Gaz, they'll double the price.
Yeah.
2 more minutes until we get the first semi-final underway.
2 minutes, Turkish.
B. Meyer v. L. O'Toole. Chopperoo's teammates, two of the best on planet Earth. Plenty of silverware. Who's going to add to the collection?
Yep, it's exciting stuff.
So 4 more times up on the stage. That's it, Gaz.
All
2
over.
semis, a small final, grand final.
Yeah, so they're just refueling the saws as we speak, so they obviously get through these final 4 rounds of competition, and obviously it wouldn't look great if the saws ran out of fuel halfway through.
Slightly embarrassing.
But those steels are very fuel efficient as well. Again, something else you can chat to the dealers about. And of course, we've got the merchandise stands out the front, so make sure on the way out after competition today, pop in there and grab yourself a hat, a shirt, maybe one of the competition jerseys, whatever you want to do. The guys will look after you there.
If Glenn Gillam's saw ran out of petrol, he'd somehow find a way to get through to the next round.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable behaviour from him today, tripping over on the very first heat and falling his way all the way through to the quarterfinal.
All right, you can hear those saws have just been warmed up out the back, so I think we're nearly ready to rock and roll. So if you're walking around, guys, time to grab a seat, get yourself comfy, get yourself strapped in, because we've got semi-final heat number 1 coming up very soon.
Kick-off in the Cowboys game as well, 27 minutes. This is going to be absolutely perfect timing.
Okay.
We'll wrap up still Timber Sports. The game kicks off in 27 minutes.
Who are the Cowboys playing?
They've got the Knights.
Who reckons the Cowboys can take out the Knights this afternoon? There we go.
The Knights is one bloke, Caleb Ponga. That's it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get them on stage. Let's make some noise for your 2 competitors, Braden Meyer and Lawrence O'Toole.
Whisker. 30 seconds.
30 seconds. First semi-final will be underway. We'll work out who's 1 step closer, which is 1 step away from taking out the trophy competition in 2024 here at STIHL Timbersports.
Okay, looks like we're ready to rock and roll. We're going to hand it over to our judges to get this semi-final 1
Warm up your saws. Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, so Meyer, to the wood first, probably has 1 hit. Oh, is it flying? There we go.
Braden Meyer, so quick, juxtaposed against Lawrence O'Toole, who's got a more methodical, longer, leaner stroke. Takes his time, but equally as good.
Meyer with a slight lead. Slight hang up there. O'Toole's heavy on his hammer. It's neck and neck as they go through here. This, of course, is a single bucket. All comes down to this. The boys are chopping nicely here. It's coming really close. It's hard to tell who's leading. Make some noise for them, Cans. Let's go!
Holy hell! We got a race on here. Lawrence O'Toole's out to a 3-stroke
with
lead.
all the work to do, he's going to have to dig deep if he's any chance to pull this one out of the
He's
fire.
turned.
He's turning early. Lawrence O'Toole on 2, Meyer on 1. It's Meyer, it's O'Toole. It's Meyer, it's O'Toole.
It was 3 strokes. The 3 strokes Lawrence had on Braden. That was it at the end. Just maintained the lead of 3 strokes through the whole standing block chop. 3 seconds. 1 stroke per second. That was all it was. Braden just getting the rough end of a deal on the single buck there. The cookie just wouldn't fall, Gaz.
Yeah.
So Lawrence O'Toole, if all goes well and Steve Lorenz gives us good news here, Lawrence will be through to the grand final and Braden through to the small final. Let's find out though. Don't get ahead of ourselves. Steve, what do you got for us?
Winner is Lawrence O'Toole.
As suspected, give it up.
All right, I'll keep this short, mate, because I know you've got a bit more competition to go. That was a back and forth contest there. You got the job done. How are you feeling?
Yeah, it's hurting. It's not like it's easy out there. And Braden's a great competitor. I knew I sort of had to try and stick with him as much as I could in the underhand, so I was pretty happy to get the win.
The, how many hits did you actually put in the standing block at the end there? We were trying to count on the side. Didn't look like you put in many. You really powered it through.
13, 8 and 5, I think.
Fantastic. All right, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise through to another final. The reigning champion, Lawrence O'Toole, everybody. What a man.
He's 1 win away from going back to back. We will see Braden again in the small final. He'll be competing for that bronze medal.
Okay, it's all coming down to this. So Lawrence O'Toole, the defending champion, does what the champions do. Got through, very unlucky by Braden there. I thought he was pretty close with that. It literally was those strokes, you know, but that's the competition, isn't it?
Yep, that cookie was just hanging on for dear life.
It's also when they come up a little bit, early, rather than just getting that last cut through. They think they've got it, and then it doesn't quite go, and then it just sort of holds them up. And it's just, as we've seen, it comes down to seconds, comes down to milliseconds then.
That's the way the cookie, unfortunately, doesn't grumble.
Yeah,
annoyingly, they can be a pain in the ass sometimes. They just cling on there, on the end of the log.
Okay, who we got for this next round of competition? Looks like we got Brad
Brad
DeLosa
DeLosa.
and Cody Steers.
And Cody, yeah.
The New South Welshman and the Tasmanian. Can we please get a big round of applause just for all the other staff doing their stages today, clearing the deckhands, doing an amazing job. Of course, all the guys doing all the behind-the-scenes stuff and organising it, we really appreciate all the hard work you're doing. And of course, to the Cairns Convention Centre for putting on such a great show. This is obviously the first time we're doing things inside, so it's been fantastic, but we're looking to get bigger and better every time we do it.
Yeah. Are you having a good time, team? Tell your friends. Check your local guides as well. It's on over the weekend, STIHL Timbersports on 7 Mate. Might even be able to see yourself here when we edit that one up and get that on air in a few months' time. But tell your mates, we'll bring it back to Cairns. We're having a great time here, so bring a mate, bring 2 mates along next time, and let's fill the whole convention centre up. These athletes deserve it. They put on a hell of a show, the men and the women of STIHL Timbersports. Rightio, so second semi-final. Cody Steers, big bad Brad DeLosa from the Blue Mountains in New South Wales.
The Blue Mountains. He chopped his way through the mountains to get here.
World champion. Space for a little bit more silverware, I imagine. But will Cody Steers get in his way?
Okay. So we've only got So this one, and then we've got the small final, and then the grand final.
Yes, sir.
So guys, we've only got 3 more rounds of competition to go, and we'll crown, of course, our 3rd place bronze medalist, whatever you want to call it, in our small final once we do get through this one. And then it'll be all come down to the men's final, Australian final. Who's going to take it out? Champions Trophy. We're going to find out very, very soon, Dan.
And then the Cowboys are going to beat the Knights. It's just going to run right into it. It's going to be perfect timing here. We set it up for you.
Yeehaw. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to welcome to the stage our final competitors in the semi-finals. Who's going to make it through to the final? Make some noise for Brad DeLosa and Cody Steers.
New South Wales v Tasmania here. Impressive resumes, both of these gents. None more impressive than Brad DeLosa. Pretty much only Lawrence O'Toole can rival him in the amount of achievements he's chalked up. Will he add another Australian trophy to the silverware cabinet? He was second last year to Lawrence O'Toole. Looking to go one better this year. He's won it before 3 times, I'd like to say.
30 seconds.
3 world trophy titles, would you believe? Best in the world in this event 3 times. And 8 team world titles for the Chopperoos, Brad DeLosa. But Cody Steers is going to do his best to put an end to his run. Single bucks in place, hands on the wood, guys. MS661, C chainsaw at the ready.
All comes down to this.
Do or die.
Here we go, Cans.
Warm up your saws. Athletes ready?
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
DeLosa with a slight lead, but Cody Steers is hot on his hammer. They're both pretty much going swing for swing there. How's it looking from where you are, Dan?
Well, DeLosa was 1 stroke ahead, but he just got a bit of a hang-up in that soft wood there. What I like about Brad is the way that he brings the axe up as he turns around. Brad DeLosa, you'll notice he is a master of the changeover. Every single thing he does on that stage is optimised to get between each of the disciplines. But Cody Steers is hot on his tail. Brad, a master of the single buck. This is what he does for the Chopperoos, who are the world champions. So Cody's got to keep pace here.
Cody is holding with him here. Brad DeLosa's probably got a slight lead. How many hits is he going to get in front of him? Cody Steers with all the work to do to catch up to DeLosa. DeLosa with 4 hits in front of him. Here he goes. Cody Steers with all the work. He's going to have to turn soon, or if he's any chance to pull this out of the fire. DeLosa on 1, Steers on 2. Who's going to go through to the final? Who wants it more? DeLosa, Steers, DeLosa, Steers. It's going to be close. It's DeLosa!
One more for Cody. There it is.
Great work by the guys.
Just maintaining that 5-hit lead the whole way through. So the difference there was the single buck by Brad DeLosa. He's the best in the world. Cody was just as quick on the standing block chop. He went in 5 hits behind. He came out 5 hits behind. But Brad rocketed ahead on that single buck, which is what he does so
now,
well.
what we'll do once they finish here, we won't chat to the guys because they do have to compete very soon. So we don't want to impede their recovery through the final. So once we do get the official decision, we'll let the guys go straight back out the back. All right, judges, we're going to hand it over to them. Can we please get athletes to the front of the stage, hand it over to Steve Lorenz for our final one of the semi-finals.
The big contingent here supporting Brad DeLosa. I did hear cheers for Cody Steers as well, up in the bleachers before. Let's see what Steve Lorenz has got to say for himself.
Winner is Brad DeLosa.
There you go.
Alrighty.
We won't hold him up. We'll let him go.
Yeah, we'll let him go. Let him get that recovery.
Well done, gents. We're going to see Cody again in a second, the small final. We'll see Brad back for the grand final. And I mentioned his amazing single buck performance there on the misery whip. It's what he does in the chopperoos. It's what he does so well. In fact, he's a world champion. Get your eyes up on the big screen. Let's talk about the single buck.
So who have we got?
The 2-metre-long cross-cut saws used for the single buck discipline are made especially for competitive sport. A series of consistently patterned 10-centimetre-long teeth are cut with a laser on one side of the saw and then hand-sharpened with extremely sharp point. Cutters that slice through the timber and rakers that clear the chip out from the cup just like on vintage saws. The saws weigh about 5 kilos and cost upwards of $3,000.
Righto team, we're in for a rematch of the final last year in Glenelg, South Australia. Very happy to be here in Cairns at the Convention Centre this year. Our first time indoors. Loving every minute of it. Brad DeLosa, v. Lawrence O'Toole. That's what we had last year, and you're going to be treated to the same again this year. The two competitors with the most accolades on the world stage. Brad DeLosa has won this 3 times, this event, as a world champion. Lawrence got the job done last year. It was one hit in it. One hit, and Lawrence O'Toole won. So there you go. The grand final, Lawrence v. Brad. Braden Meyer v. Cody Steers in the small final. So we'll get that done first, find out who gets 3rd place, and then we're on and we'll find out if the sequel is as good as the original with Lawrence v. Brad. Can Brad make up that one hit he was missing last year and come in over the top of Lawrence, or will Lawrence go back to back? We will know in a few short minutes. 2 more times up on stage, that's it. Small final, grand final. Who thinks Lawrence O'Toole's going to get it done? What about Brad DeLosa? Brad brought his whole family again, good to see.
So
2 more times, guys. Twice more, mate.
I'll tell you what, pretty rough for poor Cody Steers. He's just competed then, he's got to come back out and do it all again.
Yeah, that is the one of the issues when you get to this point of the competition. With that small final, one of the competitors.
And he's going against Braden Meyer in the 3.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough, but that's just the way it happens.
So it comes down to Brad DeLosa and Lawrence O'Toole once again.
Will the sequel be as good as the original, mate? Rightio, here's one of our favourites, the Chopperoos at the World Championship in 2022, up on the big screen. Enjoy this, team.
Wow, some great time. That is insanity by Amanda Beebs.
See again that Australian style of really using a quick axe to get into that wood.
STIHL TIMBERSPORTS Rookie World Champion.
That single buck, it's a solid discipline for him, and look how smooth he is with the start of that saw. Absolutely incredible skill there, as the lead now really goes to Brad DeLosa.
And a bronze medalist, Brad DeLosa.
Are we going to see that replicated in a few minutes' time? The big fella with the big grin, with the big medal. That's one way it could go. There's only one other way it could go, which is Lawrence O'Toole going back to back.
Yeah. I feel like we're missing a few bits of wood on the stage.
Before that though, Braden Meyer, Cody Steers, guys. Small final. This will determine 3rd place. many beers do you reckon Glenn Gillen's had?
That's a way to find out pretty soon.
The Phoenix.
Okay, so a couple of minutes time, just got to chuck the fresh wood on, and then away, Dan, we will go.
Twice more.
Alright, so we're just doing a timber change, which will be our final one of the day. Bringing up all the fresh wood ready to rock and roll. I think we said... Couple more cookies for the
Righto,
kids.
Tim. Still blowers. Only available in a STIHL store. STIHL battery mowers. STIHL trimmers. Only from a STIHL store. STIHL expert advice. And service. Also only to be found in a STIHL store. This STIHL battery pruner. Only available from a STIHL store. Inside voice, Tim. STIHL tools, support and advice. STIHL only from STIHL dealers.
Okay.
Giller's going. How we go, dealers? We good?
STIHL dealers.
The longer the day goes, the less willing they are to talk to potential clients. Very happy to have you, team. Welcome aboard. We know we've got dealers from all around Australia here. There's hundreds of them all over Australia, so make sure you look up your local one, go and have a chat, grab yourself some of the wonderful equipment you can see up on stage.
Yep.
Best in the world, German engineering behind the STIHL products, the MS661C chainsaw. As good as it gets. What's up on the stage, guys?
There it is. So we've got Braden Meyer and Cody Steers fighting it out now for third place, and then it'll be the final. It will be Brad DeLosa, who has won this thing so many times, versus Lawrence O'Toole, who also has won it himself and is, of course, the Australian reigning, defending champion. Who's going to take it out? We're going to find out very soon. New South Wales and Victoria battling it out.
One hit last year. That's my memory from Glenelg, that Lawrence was just one hit ahead of Brad and won it.
Yeah.
That's how close it was.
I think we actually thought Brad was going to win. And then Lawrence just put the drivers in and just got that perfect cut, perfect run.
He did. I think Brad was leading going into the standing block shot, and Lawrence just had a perfect run and just beat it. Literally, the blocks went bang, bang. I wonder if we could see that at all. I wonder if the Boffins over in the control centre. Oh, Glenn Gillen, have you been to BWS, mate? What's in the brown paper bag? Security. He's got himself a hoodie from the merch tent, huh? Treat yourself.
Treat yourself. Okay.
Yeah, it'd be wonderful to see that performance from last year. I wonder if we can get that up on the big screen at any stage. We're about the sequel.
Yeah.
Can we see the
live version for sure?
The 2023 trophy men's championship from Glenelg. Refresh our memories. Oh, well done, team. Excellent work. Here we go, everyone. Brad DeLosa. There's Lawrence v. Brad. This is how it ended. Watch this. Bang, bang. There it is. Less than a second in it. Less than half a second in it. Lawrence wins. Brad.
I can hear those MS661s firing up out the back down, which is exciting because that means it's nearly It's nearly go time.
It's nearly timber time.
Nearly timber time. Time to timber. Here they go. They're warming up, ladies and gentlemen, as are we.
Here we go. Let's get excited, team. It ain't the golf. Make as much noise as you want whenever you want to make it. We couldn't do it without you. We love doing it in front of a crowd. We're very happy to be here in Cairns. We'll almost certainly be coming back. This has been wonderful indoors here at the convention centre.
Okay.
Thank God we're indoors too, because Gaz is Victorian. He would have died outside in the humidity.
Days not over yet.
Braden Meyer, rearing, ready to go. Getting himself in the zone. Here comes Cody Steers. Wonderful sportsmanship there. The handshake from the two gents. Mates off stage, but then fierce competitors the moment they get up on stage. Scotty Bennett's big job here for you, sir. Don't muck it up.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome up to the stage.
Okay, we'll get them up, but we're just waiting on those saws. Here they come.
Make some noise, ladies and gentlemen, for Braden Meyer and Cody Steers.
Everything getting set. Our good mate Scotty Bennett's on the equipment over there, getting it all signed up. You're doing an excellent job here today. Let's give it up for our officials one more time, ladies and gents. Neil and Scott, Shane, Steve.
"30 seconds.
Righto team, this is for third place. This is the bronze medal.
Okay, this is exciting stuff. We're getting fired up here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to hand it over to the judges. This is the final for third place. Over to our judges. Here we go.
Warm up your swords. Athletes ready?
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
And they're neck and neck here, going into the underhand chop. It's probably Braden Meyer that's got probably a 2-hit lead. He's got a very, very fast action. As you can see, the Woodpecker by nickname turns first. Probably got 2 hits on him. He's going to look to put a lot of work in here, put the drivers in before coming over to the single buck. Dan, how's it looking where you are?
Yeah, Braden Meyer doing what he does best there. The Woodpecker getting it done, lining himself up on the single buck now. This is the danger zone, though. This is where you don't want to interrupt that momentum. You don't want that dreaded hang-up.
And it is quite hard for Cody. He's obviously just competed literally about 10 minutes ago, so he's really got to dig deep here if he's any chance to take out Braden Meyer for this third spot. Let's get behind him, guys. They've been doing it all day. Let's get around him, please. North Queensland.
This
Here
is
we go,
another
Braden
piece of
Meyer.
silverware for
Finish
Braden
strong.
Meyer. Could go home with a bronze medal here. Cody Steers finishing himself up on the single buck over there. And he's through. Braden with the axe sticking. We've seen that a lot with this soft wood today. The axe going deeper than the competitors would prefer. Braden Meyer looks like he's going to cruise home with the bronze medal for Braden Meyer. If the cuts are good. Been a few DQs today.
Tell you what.
Let's cheer Cody Steers home. Come on, Cody, one more. There you go.
There it is. Great work by Cody Steers. Phenomenal effort to finish 4th place with so many STIHL Timbersport legends in the competition. The boys are absolutely exhausted.
Done. Beer time.
All right, we'll get athletes to the front of the stage for the final time before we get into the grand final.
Either way, you've got your third and your fourth place getter up here, ladies and gents. Sensational achievement. Let's see which way round it is. Steve Lorenz.
Winner is Braden Meyer.
Braden in third, Cody Steers in fourth. Well done, gents. On you, Cody. Well done, buddy. Good on you, Braden. How'd that feel, mate? Big day.
Oh, it's probably the biggest day I've ever had at work, I can tell you. But it was a great day. A little bit unfit, work commitments and everything, and probably should have done a bit better, but that's the way she goes. But good racing with Cody and Brad Lawrence should be a good race, and I'd like to thank Jimmy Head and Mitch Arden for their help, and congratulations to my sister and brother-in-law on the newborn, Hudson. So we love yous all, and thanks for coming.
How good's it been indoors here at Cairns? These guys have been unreal.
Yeah, it's been an unreal crowd. It's got a bit of a World Championship feel to it, actually. So I was pretty pumped when I got here today, and hopefully we can keep doing big shows like this and show the world why we are number one.
Beers backstage or going straight to the top shelf?
I'll pack up first and then have a beer with the boys, and then get in here with the dealers and mingle and have a drink and celebrate.
Bronze medalist Braden Meyer, everybody. Time for the rematch now.
It all comes down to this. Brad DeLosa, Lawrence O'Toole. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final event of the day. Let's make some noise. Let's get some excitement. Come to this arena, please. I'm excited.
Yep.
These guys have competed so many times before. It's gone either way. Lawrence has probably got the most recent form. He is the defending champion, but Brad has done it, has the experience. They've both done it under the lights. Who's going to take it out?
It was a coin toss last year.
Yeah.
Lawrence just came over the wet sail on the standing block chop.
Yes.
Brad was leading going in, and Lawrence just steadied himself and had the absolute perfect run on the standing block chop, and he got there. He would have been half a second, not even, in front of Brad. That was it.
Yeah, and the thing as well is, if you look at the times today, you'd say Lawrence is comfortably faster today, but you know Brad DeLosa's got that little bit extra in the tank. So you think Lawrence is probably going in as the favourite. Obviously, everyone being the defending champion, he's done it before. He's got the form. He's going to be the favourite going in. But Brad DeLosa, of course, has the history on the board. It's anyone's race. It's anyone's win.
Yeah, these guys have got more silverware than anyone else when it comes to Stihl Timbersports. Two Hall of Fame legends of the sport, immortals of Stihl Timbersports, still competing. What a show we've got here for you, Cairns. Thanks for having us. We very much appreciate it. We'll get the deck set, and then we'll get two of the greatest to ever do it up on stage, and we'll find out who is the Australian Trophy champion.
Once we obviously we have the last race, we announce the winner. Just hang around for a couple more minutes because we're going to get the podiums straight up, and we're going to announce the winners, and we're going to obviously do a big photo with the crowd and everyone. So we'd love you to hang around just for a couple of minutes. Once the guys do, obviously we get first and second and third, and we do announce it just to celebrate. These guys have been putting a lot of work in today, so we want to celebrate with them for the last few minutes of the day, and we're tracking beautifully for time.
It doesn't look great on television when the convention centre's empty, so do us a favour and hang around for the 7 Mate show.
Yeah, just for that last cheer, and obviously getting around the boys. And they've had a great day, and they all deserve all the applause. And we appreciate all you guys coming out and supporting the Stihl Timbersports. It wouldn't be what it is without you guys. So thank you to all the guys that have come out. You guys are fantastic.
From us to you, we really appreciate it, guys. Thanks so much for having us. We'll hope to see you next year. And bring a friend, bring a couple of friends along. Let's fill the whole joint up.
Yep. Shoulder rides for days. Alrighty, so looks like we're just getting the last of the wood blocks in there. We're gonna get this final underway. Who are we gonna do a bit of shout out? Who thinks Brad DeLosa is gonna win? Make some noise. Who thinks Lawrence O'Toole is gonna take it out?
Whoa, it's neck and neck.
Even Stevens.
New South Wales v Victoria here.
If we had a bookie here, I'd tell you what, it'd be close to even money.
It's $1.90 each, you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon. Okay. The very exciting stuff. All right. Yeah, good game. There's a lot of sport on today, and we're loving being here at the Cairns Convention Centre. Fantastic arena, fantastic stuff.
I reckon we've kicked off in the NRL too. Let's have a look. Yeah, 0-0, 5 minutes in. Cowboys Knights down at Queensland Country Bank Stadium, just south of us.
Alrighty, we've got about probably 2 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen, until the final, the grand final, is going to be underway here at STIHL Timbersports. This, of course, is the Australian trophy for the champion for 2024, Dan.
Big moment. Both competitors steadying themselves now, visualising what they're going to do. Every second counts. At Brad DeLosa, well, both of them are masters of this, but I know Brad, I've spoken to him about it, shaving valuable milliseconds off every turn. Everything he does is so methodical. Everything he's got placed up on the stage, the way he moves around the stage, it's all designed to be as expeditious as possible. That's what they do. That's what the champions do. Even moving their way around the stage, they're taking the shortest possible route. All the equipment is set, ready to use. You're going to see two of the best to ever do it go head to head.
Here comes the final log, so it looks like we're literally seconds away from getting this final one, which is underway, which is very exciting. This, of course, is the final round of competition for the day. It's been an amazing day. We started here. What time did we start today? 11:30? 12. We started at 12. So we're pretty much going to we've been going on around a bit under 5 hours of non-stop STIHL Timbersports action, which has been fantastic, and we really appreciate you guys all coming out and getting around it and supporting it.
Let's see who can get the rowdiest. If you're sitting up in the top section, can you make some noise? Get rowdy. All right, if you're down on the floor, do you think you can beat that? Come on, make some noise. All right, if you're up in the bleachers on the top level, go, get rowdy.
Alrighty.
Down on the floor, can you do better? Make some noise.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Let's go.
Okay. We want to hear you guys for the final, nice and loud the whole time. It's going to be over in about 1:20, so we want to hear you guys supporting the guys the whole time. And when we crown our champion from 2024.
That's
Australian
it. Both these jets
Sports.
are going home with silverware, guys. It's just either going to be gold or silver.
Yep. We've already got our third place, so it all comes down to this.
Braden Meyer third, Cody Steers fourth. First and second, TBD.
Good luck, boys.
Stage is looking wonderful.
Sparkling.
Stage crew doing a sensational job, as usual. With the STIHL equipment, I mean, that makes life easy, using the best equipment on earth.
When do the Taipans play here next, mate?
Well, they're out of season, so it's going to be a few months, I think.
They're on a basketball trip here again. Alrighty guys, moments away from the final. If you're walking around, grab a seat because it's nearly time to timber. Hey, you gonna make some noise, everybody? You ready for the final? Ladies and gentlemen, for the final time for today, let's make all the noise and welcome to the stage, Lawrence O'Toole and Brad DeLosa!
Here we go, guys. This is it. Let's find out if the sequel's as good as the original. Brad DeLosa v. Lawrence O'Toole replay of the 2023 Grand Final.
Clash of the Titans. These guys have done it so many times before. Who's going to take it out this time? 2024.
There was one
30
hit
seconds.
last year. One hit.
Yeah.
This is anyone's guess.
Brad DeLosa was leading all of the competition, was leading for the final race, and got pipped at the line by, as he said, a wet sail from Lawrence O'Toole. Can he do it again? Can he repeat history? Can Lawrence O'Toole make it back-to-back Champions Trophy wins, or will Brad DeLosa come to the party? We're going to hand it over to the judges for the final time of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the STIHL Timbersports Champions Men's Final. Make some noise, here we go!
Warm up the saw. Athletes ready?
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, it's close here. Brad DeLosa with a slight lead. Lawrence O'Toole neck and neck. Here we go, Cairns. Let's make some noise!
Brad DeLosa, the best in the world on the single buck. You'll want to be beating him going into that because he's going to.
There's nothing in it, Dan. There's nothing in it.
Here we go.
Brad
Brad's
DeLosa with a
first.
slight lead. But Lawrence O'Toole is heavy on his hammer. Slight hang-up's going to cost him a little bit there, but he's coming with a strong technique. Brad DeLosa is a master of the single buck. He's probably got about a 2, 3, maybe 3-stroke lead. Dan, how are we looking going into the final one of the day? Take us home.
Brad DeLosa, cookies fallen. He's onto the standing block jump. 1 stroke, 2 strokes, 3 strokes. He's 4, 5 strokes. He's even with Lawrence O'Toole. This is it. He'll be turning to the back now. Can Brad bring it home? Lawrence O'Toole has now turned. This is exactly what happened last year. Can Brad do enough? Brad DeLosa! It's Brad DeLosa! Unbelievable save!
Bang, bang, bang!
It was the exact replica of Harold went last year, but then Brad got the perfect run on the standing block.
What a final, what a finish, what a timber sport series, and of course, what a day this has been. As always, it's been epic. I need a doctor. Is that first aid sauce?
Someone's going to have to do CPR on me.
I'm getting dizzy spells.
I think I went through menopause. Worth it. Okay, we're slightly ahead of ourselves here because the judges do have to rule on whether or not the cuts are good. That's what they're doing now. They're inspecting, they're making sure everything's inside the boundaries.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, for the final time for the day, we need to announce the winner. Lawrence O'Toole, Brad DeLosa, passing it over to Steve Lorenz.
Winner is Brad DeLosa.
There it is. It's official.
Brad.
Radio Cans, hang around, do us a favour.
Get your cameras out, guys. We're going to announce 3, 2, 1 straight away.
We're going to do the official presentation, then we're going to hear from Brad.
All right, guys, 2 minutes time. We're going to announce our winner, and we're going to hand over the trophy for our first, second, and third. What a day! What a round of competition. Alrighty, we're going to get the athletes onto stage, please. Can we have Braden Meyer, Lawrence O'Toole, and Brad DeLosa straight back onto stage? Back back up there. Get it back up there.
You will be required on stage, Brad.
Alrighty, just gonna wait for the all clear from the guys. Alright, here to give out our awards. Of course, we've got our STIHL MD, and we've got, I believe we've got everyone ready to go, just waiting for Lawrence. Thank you for everyone that's hung around. It's been a fantastic day of competition. I feel like that final really summed up. Please make some noise one more time, everyone, for all the organisers, everyone that's put this incredible effort into the day's competition. Yeah, just waiting on Lawrence and we'll get this thing underway. Where's Lawrence?
Here he comes.
There he is.
One of the greats is STIHL Timbersports, Lawrence O'Toole. We've got Leeson Brook here, the general manager.
Ladies and gentlemen, in third place from Victoria, please make some noise for Braden Meyer.
In second place, also from Victoria. He won it last year. He's done himself proud. He's got on the podium again with a bit of silverware. The silver medalist, Lawrence O'Toole.
And last but certainly not least, he's won it before, he's won it again, he's back, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise for Mr. Brad DeLosa!
Are we doing the champagne again? Do we need to duck for cover? Oh, good. I didn't bring my ski goggles. Well done, gents. We'll get some pictures.
I don't think we can do champagne in the convention centre. Alrighty guys, thanks. We'll get the guys off stage. Give it one big round of applause. Your 3, 2, 1 for your STIHL Timbersport Champions Trophy winners.
Coming down the front, Brad. Great man. There you go. We'll pop that down here. Hey, can I take you back to last year, a year ago? We watched a replay in here. One hit. Is that going through your mind? Do you use that as motivation and fuel, or do you just put it behind you and move on?
And I've had 12 months to dwell on that, so today I had to put it behind me and move on. But congratulations to Lawrence and Braden. You know, they're at the top of the tree, and you know, you certainly got to work hard to beat either of them. And yeah, today I was lucky enough to get the win.
What a champion of the sport. The first thing he does is mention Lawrence and Braden. Isn't that wonderful? So talk us through today. How did you feel coming out? Did you know that you had the energy? What was the ups and downs through the day?
Yeah, I felt pretty good. I worked really hard on my fitness. Thought I might have been a little bit underdone with the chopping. Soaring always sort of looks after itself, you know, for me. But yeah, I got off a little bit of a rusty start. Just a few little transitions weren't as smooth and a little bit slow in the stock saw in the first race. So tidied things up around there and just tried to build each round.
A few budding sawyers and choppers in the audience here. You're still doing the F45. What's your training regimen? If they want to get into it, what do you do in the off season to keep yourself trim?
Well, it's getting harder and harder for me to keep fit, but I try to do a fair bit of cardio work for this event because you can see how much cardio is involved. So the transitions, all the blood from one muscle to the other in between these disciplines makes it really hard. So I try to simulate what we do here. Bit of Tabata training, 20 seconds on, 10 off, and I can't give away all my secrets, mate.
Warren, what's on the menu for after this? We have a beer straight up. What are you thinking? How are you celebrating?
Yeah, I'll have to clean up a little bit. And I'd just like to thank everyone for coming out. It's yeah, first indoor event for STIHL Timbersports in Australia. So it's been a terrific day. Thank Mum and Dad for coming up. Thank Damo for cutting in. Thank Hutchin and Pierce for their support the last couple of years. That's been great. Made things a lot easier for me, and hope all the dealers had a good week, and let's turn one on, eh?
He's got a lot of support. Can you put your hand up if you're related to Brad DeLosa? It's like bloody DeLosa Christmas in here, isn't it? Good on you, Brad. You're one of the greats, mate. Thank you so much for everything you do for our wonderful sport.
No worries. I'd just like to give a shout out to the wife and family and kids back home. They support me, and big cheer squad. They're all settled in on the lounge watching this afternoon, so g'day guys, and thanks very much for all the support.
Hold it up one more time, great man. I'll get off the stage and out of the way of a champion. so much for coming out, everybody. It's been wonderful here.